Good morning, everybody. Welcome to MarketStream.live. My name is Joe Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock, and it is June 14th, 2017. And we're taking a look at everything that's going on in Europe in front of the decision here in the United States for the FOMC and the interest rate increase. Now, that's at a 99% probability that it's going to go up a quarter point on the overnight rates. But the European markets, they're to the upside. The tech rebound, that's a catalyst. You're also seeing, though, the euro currency initially was weak, but you're seeing a little bit of a bounce here. Now, taking a look at the DAX, this is what's notable. We saw a weak bond auction out of Germany yesterday and then into the morning session. Germany's up about 133 points. There could be a rotation out of those fixed, more yield-based investments and trying to cycle into things like tech after they've been beat up. We also have seen that with the bounce in the euro, markets continue to move to the upside. Now, we did see some early weakness and a challenge on the euro currency. That's been helping the markets, but as far as that little bit of a pullback, but we'll see if that continues to hold. Weakness in the euro, showing some underlying strength in the economy, but will it weigh on the markets? Now, like I said, the German market's moving to the upside. The French markets, you're seeing, and here's another thing, consumer names. Consumer names across the board, Germany, France, and in the UK, all to the upside. Very positive economic data that's coming out of China. These countries have some huge exports that go, specifically France and Germany, that go to China. And when the mainland is doing well, and the mainland did have some positive data that came out on both retail sales as well as production numbers. But with industrial production. With that being said, you're seeing consumer names in France to the upside early. Let's see if that also translates here in the United States. But France is up 32, and it is now above that, or right at the 20-day moving average. Like I said, this is the battleground right now for French stocks. It has to get above this level if they're going to continue to the upside, and those positive numbers out of China could be that catalyst. We'll have to also wait and see how the markets react to the Fed this afternoon. Unfortunately, we will not see how the indices will react because they will close about an hour and a half before the Fed comes out with their announcement. Now, the UK up 38 points. This is impressive, especially since the energy space is under pressure this morning. You continue to see crude under pressure. The crude contract was trading lower after we saw the API data out here in the United States last night. There was about a 2.2 million barrel increase in storage. There was expectation of either a small build or a potential draw. That's what we saw the previous week, but that's not the case. So the glut of global oil continues despite all of the OPEC, non-OPEC nations cutting production. Here in the U.S., we still have rig counts going up, and the Texas tea keeps coming out of the ground. And so until we start seeing either an increase in demand or a decrease in production, which most likely won't happen with oil at these levels, I don't know. But the energy space hasn't been weighing on the UK. And there was also something notable on the geopolitical front. Looks like they're moving towards a soft Brexit exit. That is something that the market is going to have to wait and see how that plays out. The Euro councils all want to get this thing moving, but they want to do it in a meaningful and very deliberate fashion, which was against what the original intention of Theresa May when she announced the snap elections. She thought she could get the Conservatives better foothold than they already had in Parliament. Well, that backfired a little bit on them. So it looks like instead of having the hard Brexit, it looks like a soft Brexit. Let's see how that impacts both the British pound as well as other areas like the home builders, which are very strong this morning in the UK, as well as consumer names. Now, consumer names are going to be more reliant on what's going on globally, and with the Chinese numbers that are coming out, that is a positive. One thing to note, we're going to watch the data coming out of these states other than the FOMC. Watch the CPI, also watch retail sales. We're going to watch those very closely, and we'll talk about those at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central Time here at MarketStream.live. So join us then for the opening bell here live. See you then.